Hi guys, Martin here from e-bike parts team. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of this. It's a tiny electrical bicycle pump, but it's more than that. It's also a power bank and a flashlight, and it can inflate not only your bike but your car, your bouncy balls, your beach toys, your basketball, your soccer ball, you name it. So let's take a closer look at it. So this is it. This is the Cycplus electrical inflator or electrical pump, and it comes with a standard Schrader valve like this that you screw into here, and it also comes with a series of adapters that you plug into this hole just to make it fit all kinds of different valves and different things like, you know, bicycles and balls and stuff like that. Yeah, basically everything you need. So let's take a look at how to use it. You turn the pump on like this by holding the power button down, and the electrical display will show you, if it's attached at the time, how many psi of pressure are in your inner tube. However, that is of course also flexible enough to be adjusted by using these buttons here. So let's say I wanted to inflate to 24 psi, I would simply set it to 24 psi, attach it to the bike and start pumping, and it would stop when it reached the target value. Now I'm about to go for a ride, and I like to keep my street tires at 26 psi. That's because they're street tires and I don't do much off-roading on my Mate X. If I did do that, I'd probably turn it down to about 20 psi or lower, maybe all the way down to 18, and of course I would use some off-road tires, but let's go for a 26 because that's what I like, and that's what my tires are rated for. Well, actually they're rated for up to 35, but that's a bit extreme, probably not good for these rims and probably not a very comfortable ride. So 26 is what I like. All right, let's see how you do it. All right, I've got the pump attached to the Schrader valve on my inner tube, and I'm going to turn the unit on by holding on the power button, and it tells me immediately that I've got 24 psi of pressure in my tire. Now I want it at 26, so I'm just going to quickly make sure it's set to 26. It is. Pushing the plus or minus buttons there, and then by pushing this power button it will start to inflate. It's kind of noisy, but it does the trick. And it stops by itself when it reaches the target value. Now I just have to detach the valve and the bike is ready to roll. Now this pump does have some extra features. By holding down, I believe, the plus button for a certain amount of time, you will activate the power bank mode. That is, if you've turned the pump off and then hold down the plus button, you'll activate the power bank mode, and that will allow you to charge, you know, your cell phone and anything else via this handy USB port. There it is. And another feature this has is, of course, a flashlight mode. To activate that, you hold down this U button, which is actually a unit shifter. And by pushing that you can switch between PSI, bar, and what other strange cryptic measuring units for pressure are used in different places around the world. But let's take a quick look at that light. It's kind of a bright day in Copenhagen, so I'm not really going to expect you to see how powerful the light is, but it's okay, it's usable. And there it is, the light is on. By holding down the unit button again, light turns off. It's a pretty handy thing. It's got quite a lot of power. I can't actually remember what the battery is rated for, but I'll put that up in a sort of text box. There it is, so you can see how powerful it is. And it's a really practical thing to have a bicycle pump, a flashlight, and a power bank with you when you're out riding. It's a pretty compact little package. It does come with a bag, which is kind of water resistant, and you can use that for storing it. It also comes with a certain adapter for actually mounting it on your bike, but since I've got a Mate X here and Mate have not added any mounts for either the lock or drinking bottle or this for that matter, I'm just gonna have to put this in my backpack, which is perfectly okay with me. All in all, I found this Cycplus pump to be extremely practical. I'd certainly choose to have this with me on any longer ride where I suspect I might need to adjust pressure, like going from road to off-road, or just in case I have an issue with my tires, in which, for example, the slime I have in the inner tubes would seal any punctures, but I'd lose some pressure, and it would be good to just regulate it up to something more rideable using this. point of criticism on it? Well, I'd just say be aware that this storage tube for the valve itself is not very well thought out, but it does come with a practical little transport bag, a little drawstring bag, and of course by putting it in there and then putting it in the drawstring bag, it won't fall out and go anywhere. So I definitely recommend that. Don't mount this straight on your bike, on your BMX or mountain bike or whatever, with this being used for holding the tube without some kind of elastic band around it, or putting a drawstring bag around the whole unit first, because you will end up losing that either through vibrations or with just simply braking hard and it's facing the wrong direction. I reckon that thing's just going to slide out. So not entirely well thought out, that little detail. But apart from that, I'd say value for money wise, practicality, I'd say this is a really great idea. Go get one. That's what I'd say. Thanks for watching.